After the Manchester City game, fine, it's his birthday, but he's out and he's seen out, and it's literally the next day, and it puts a bad taste. That's what I'm trying to say. You talk about his decision making off the field, his decision making is clearly poor. Puts a
Yeah, yeah.
bad taste in supporters' mouths, and they're thinking, right, how much do you care about the team and the whatever if you're out literally the next day on the thing, right? Okay, fine, cool. Obviously, it's been a winter break, everyone's off, whatever. Da 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 da. I saw Bruno Fernandez today with a mad tan, so clearly he's been away. Whatever, cool.
Varane was skiing.
Ram was skiing. Right, fine, cool. It's time off. You can do what you need to do.
Do
Whatever you want.
Benzema is locked his phone off. Gone. Fine. All good. All good. No problem. No problem. Now the club. No, just examples of what you can do, what you want when you're off.
He's good.
So the club is informed by Rashford's team that he's off on a Wednesday, and that's what Erik ten Hag says, and that's what all the reports say. And then all the reports come out to say that, I think it was yesterday, that he was out on Wednesday night, which is a day off. Okay, fine. Then the rumors start circulating about how it wasn't Wednesday, it was Thursday, and then he's reported ill for Friday, right? Now, here's why I was defending him on my group. Everyone's going in, selling, da 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 da. I'm saying we don't know what the truth is. You can't go on speculation. Boom, comes out yesterday on The Athletic, and three other reporters, and Dan Struper, and the other one, I can't remember who writes for The Athletic, but his name's in my head, don't matter. Confirmed reports he was out on Thursday night in clubs in Belfast, then reports ill for training on Friday morning. What I'm trying to say, Sim, is this: like, after the Man City thing and now this again, what are you doing, bro?
No. Chris, one thing I would say, when it comes to that, his timing is either he's an idiot, and I like to say it in a better way, either he doesn't have a clue or his management team are not giving him the best advice, but the timing of that is very bad. However, what I'm trying to say is that forget all of him, as you said, forget all of the off-field antics. My whole point is just focus.
Oh, we've lost you. Oh, Sim was going to make such a good point. We've lost him. All right, Puz, we were just literally, just before you came on, we were talking about Rashford, and basically Sim was making the point, if I'm not wrong, that he doesn't feel like he's kicked on since he was 18, that he doesn't feel like he's added much to his game, and that it's probably his time is done. He needs a fresh start. And he compared it to the Sancho situation, which is what led me into getting the comparisons there. What's your thoughts, man? Because I was just saying that it's not like the Sancho situation. They're two completely different situations, as in what actually happened. And what do you think? What do you think about Rashford at the moment in terms of what is he doing? What's your thoughts?
First of all, I believe the Rashford and the Sancho situation are both the same situation. They are both disciplinary situations. When you look at it, in terms of Rashford, I feel like they're both disciplinary, bro. Like, Rashford has more leeway because he's one of your own. You guys didn't really give Sancho. You guys, obviously, Ten Hag sent Sancho off to do whatever he was doing, but for me, both incidents are.
Did you not hear me?
No.
Bro,
you cut out. You just come back in like
2-3 minutes.
You went to sleep for a bit.
No, did you not hear what I said at all?
Broski, you cut out for 2-3 minutes, bro. Literally cut out for 2-3 minutes.
No, someone called me fucking cunt, man.
I don't even know if I'm gonna edit that bit out. So.
No, man, because I was coming with some real shit, man. I was coming with some real stuff.
All right, we'll come back. Sim, we'll come back to you in a minute, man. Let you land in
man, that's not fair, man.
Let Puz say what he was saying. Let Puz finish what he was saying. Go, Puz. Go.
No, as you were saying, innit, we don't really know the ins and outs of the Rashford situation, but from what we've seen, bro. That's why I said it's a disciplinary situation, innit? Like you're sort of taking the piss. You know me, I'm always a player advocate, innit? Like do what
Same,
you want to do in your free time. Like
same,
do
same.
what you want to do in your free time. Obviously, I saw you shake your head when I said the situations are similar,
They
and
are. I agree with you. They're both
I mean
disciplinary.
it's different, but obviously Ten Hag and Jadon Sancho fell out over something that we don't know about because clearly he's playing week out now for Dortmund. So I don't think it was a training issue. So
Let's be honest though, it's a lesser, like what's required of him at the Bundesliga compared to what's required of him in the Premier League's two different things. I'm not taking away from the guy and his
I
talent.
don't think that's what it is, man. I
No, no,
don't
no,
think
no,
that's
no,
what
no.
it
Wait,
is.
wait, wait,
He
wait,
fell out,
wait,
bro.
wait.
You fell out with
No,
Ten
wait,
Hag. You fell out with Ten
wait, wait,
Hag.
wait. Can we be amicable on this? What I'm trying to say is like, let's be honest. He fell out with Ten Hag, but let's be honest, he wasn't exactly pulling up trees at United. Let's call facts facts. That's facts. He's now going to a league.
Has he
Wait,
really
wait, wait.
played in a system that suits him or in a position that suits him best?
I was
Oh,
just about to
Puz.
wait, Chris. I was just about to go on to that. Let's say he hasn't, yeah, as you said, he hasn't played in the system that suits him. I'm not gonna lie. When you get bought for a certain amount of money, Chris, you will agree. You adapt to that. We don't just buy you to say, "Oh, we're gonna play you there." We buy you to say, "You know what? Obviously, it's not that what we're saying is crazy. He might play on the left. He might
Like,
play on the right."
to answer the question, then
Go on.
I feel like the whole beef between Sancho and Man United is Anthony. Has Anthony adapted?
He's whack. He's whack.
So is it really Sancho's fault?
I think it is.
No,
I,
listen,
I,
Puz. So let me just land on that one, if you don't mind me, Sim. Is that okay? Yeah.
Airstrip is yours, broski.
No, I think even the most devout Eric Ten Hag or United fans would agree that Sancho has a platform, right? I don't disagree with his tweet or why he said not. I don't disagree why he sent it. You know,
You're not going to throw me under the bus. Not in
no,
public.
it's not just that. He's looking out for himself. I get it. There's been issues in the, whether they were or weren't, whatever, Dortmund, City, whatever. So he's feeling like attacked. Cool. Got to do what he's got to do. All of that. Sancho's got a point. He was frustrated with his playtime. Anthony's getting picked after dog crap performances, etc. And so I get all of that. But we've seen too many occasions, we've seen too many situations in the past whereby you want what you need, you gotta work hard, you got to put it in. That attitude has to be get your head down, etc. Because Anthony has been dropped from the team. Garnacho we've seen play out on the right. Mason Mount played a stint on the right. Bruno Fernandes has played out on the right. Anthony hasn't held that position down. Anthony then had his own problems this season. If Sancho had literally, I'm not saying he should have, if he'd have apologized and got his head down, he'd have been in the team. And then that would have been his chance. If he'd have, like Sim says, if he'd have smashed it, assists, goals, skills, runs, whatever, Anthony's not getting back in the team.
I don't feel like he would have even got his chance. I'll be honest.
Pause, Chris.
There's something there. I'm just saying there's something there.
But pause,
we're not seeing. It's not just on the field decision.
Okay, Puz and Chris, yeah. My whole point is we all know there's something there, or United wouldn't have gone to go and buy him, or use that money, that substantial amount of money to go and buy him, right? We know there's something there in it, Chris, yeah. But my whole point is, yeah, when you get bought for that type of money, you are meant to produce on the highest level. Yes, as much as we want to, you said a valid point, Chris. As much as we would want Sancho to be in his preferred position, United are in a situation where they wasn't able to do that for him. As you said, Mason Mount's had a stint on that right. Anthony's had a stint on that right. Fernandes has had a stint on that right. Garnacho's had a stint on that right.
Mount is, yeah. Mount is, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's in recovery now. He's back. I see him pictures. He's back in light training, so he's doing rehab. So yeah. So my whole point is, and I think he's a baller. My whole point is his desire. You know what I mean, Chris? Your desire.
That's what I said. Get your the hunger, the fire, and this the same
Yeah, but
criticism we're
that's
having
why I
over
said
Rashford as
something's
well.
wrong at United because that desire is not there at
Oh,
United.
okay,
I
so
don't think it's a Bundesliga Premier League thing.
now you're
It's
getting into the
United.
nitty gritty. This is why we're having a massive review. This is why Sir David Brailsford is leading a massive review over from Ineos, because the club, I've been saying this, you lot know I've been saying this on our stream for years, yeah? The club's rotten, okay? We
Yeah.
breed these attitudes. We took Anthony, who was valued in March at 20 to 25 million pounds, okay? He was on £20,000 a week. We left it to the end of the window where Ajax had sold their whole team and paid £85 million for him and increased his wages to £200,000 a week. Whose idiotic decision was that? We have a rotten structure.
Ten Hag's agency has everything to do with that as well.
I'm sorry, I don't care whether listen.
No, I'm just saying.
When you have a structure, Erik ten Hag, that could be on him. He wanted the player. He's demanding it. At the end of the day, it's John Murtagh, the director, who's got to go and sign that off. It's the club who's got to go and sign it off. It's the Glazers who's got to go and sign it off. I'm not saying Erik ten Hag's without blame, but if it was that bad, he should have been told, no, you're not having Anthony. We're not paying that money. Look at Omar's interview when they were describing Harry Maguire signing for Manchester City. Omar Baram, where he was for Manchester City, he said, no, we're not doing that deal. We have a structure at Manchester City. Now we've brought him in at United. The review will continue. Hopefully we won't see these stupid decisions anymore, because you're right. The likes of Rashford, Sancho, Paul Pogba, Alexis Sanchez, all these disciplinary, Di Maria, Radamel Falcao, all of these stupid amounts of money, stupid decisions, stupid signings, Martial, all of them, like ballers.
Well, Chris, before I got cut out, yeah, remember I was saying something similar to this. I was saying, I believe it's something deep rooted in United based on your structure, your coaching stuff, everything in your club. Because before leading on, sorry to segue, we were talking about Rashford. Yeah. And for me, my whole point with Rashford was that I was saying this to Chris. I don't know if you heard earlier, Puz. I was just saying, yes, as much as we keep on saying that, oh yeah, Rashford is this, Rashford is that, I don't think he's kicked on since he's made his debut against us when he was 18. And I mean that in the way of his decision making, how he plays for United. He doesn't seem like a player that's developing in the likes of, let's say, not to be rude, the likes of like Mbappe, the likes of, let's say, the Vinicius Junior, the likes of, let's say, not even to be bad, man, the likes of, let's say, Saka. I don't think he's developing in that way where I can say to myself, Rashford, you're actually a step ahead of these guys. So for me, I think that's a culture.
He's better than Mbappe at one point, man.
No, all right, cool. All jokes aside, they was comparing him to Mbappe. I don't think any United fan actually believed that. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what he was compared to.
Ask this nigga in the corner. Wait, where is he? There. Ask this guy right here. He believed it.
Yeah, but I think he was compared to.
There you go. I promise you he believed it, bro.
Smilez has been activated.
Yeah, so for me,
yeah, I believed it, Sim. He told him he went to France and told him to come outside a couple of times. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was out there in Paris and that. You get me? He said, "Where are you at?" You get me?
My whole point is, as I said to Chris, yeah, I get why we don't want to sell him, because it's like with a click of a switch, he can be one of those players that I'm talking about. But it's been so long where we're like, okay, Rashford, when are you actually going to give us this on a consistent basis? And that's my whole thing. I think him being where he is, as crazy as it sounds, I think he might have reached his ceiling at United. He might have to go somewhere else where he can reach a higher ceiling around a better structure. And I just don't think it's going to happen at United, man. I just don't
We'll
think so.
we are in the process. Hopefully, guys, I wanted a full sale, but we've got what we've got. We're in a process of hopefully changing the structure at United, which should hopefully in the long term, whether it's going to be with Eric Ten Hag in the long term, we'll see. But we should hopefully see these sorts of things come into place. With the new director of football, with Omar coming in as the new CEO, with Jean-Claude above him on the seat on the board, Sir Jim and Sir David Brailsford, we'll see. But anyway, let's tie up on Rashford now. Actually, just very quickly before I finish up on it, Smiles, you're a United fan just like myself. I personally was defending Rashford, right, when the reports were coming out on different days, right? I personally think like he's mugged me off. Okay, because when the reports were confirmed yesterday that he was out on Thursday night and couldn't turn up for training on Friday, I was like, I don't want to say the word, you idiot. I was defending you against you on all these groups. How did you feel when you read about Rashford not being able to get to training?
I'll be honest with you, even before this, yes, Rashford has been like, he's not been pissing me off, but he's been pissing me off because I was riding for him like that. Like Puzzle said, like I was riding for him, bro. I believed he was better than Mbappe a couple of times, and we were not even playing well. And Sim, I wouldn't agree with what you were saying earlier on about Rashford has hit the ceiling. He's not done anything from his debut against you guys up until now.
Bro, you ain't watched the past 2 World Cups. If you ever thought this guy was better than Mbappe.
No, Smiles. When I mean, he hasn't reached the ceiling. Okay, when Rashford made that debut, because I know we're spending long on this, what have you seen from him when you thought to yourself, okay, you know what? He's going to be a player. What have you seen?
Go on.
Is he there? Smiles, you still with us?
Yeah, I mean, sorry, someone's trying to call me, sorry.
What have you seen from Rashford that you thought he could be that guy?
No, okay, cool. I never said that.
Answer the question. No, Chris. Sim asked the question.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
You're talking about, in your hearts of hearts, you compared him to Mbappe, and you thought at one point he was better than Mbappe. Yeah, at one stage. And cool. And this is what me and Chris was saying earlier. I'm trying to say, I believe he does have that. Yeah, he might be able to compete with Mbappe, but the difference between him and Mbappe is that Mbappe does it on a consistent basis. Rashford does it once in a while.
Okay, cool. Last season he did it on a consistent basis, no?
And I said to Chris, my whole thing was with Chris, I said, I'll give him credit for the goals. What did it amount to?
Who's outside? Smiles, you outside?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So because Puz called me out and I told you that I was traveling. Just give me about 10 minutes or what? I'm just walking to my house now.
All right, cool. I'll tell you what, Smiles, jump back on the stream when you're ready, yeah? Just jump off for now, yeah?
Cool.
All right, so we'll get Smiles back on a little bit later. So, anyway, let's move on from Rashford. I just wanted to hear what Smiles' thoughts were, his feelings were, because I've taken it personally. Like I said, I was defending him. I don't want to talk about his inconsistencies. I'll talk about just this instance, and I felt like he's taking the piss. There you go. That's a whole nother. We've said what we need to say. Let's move on now.